Thank you for downloading your free gym program. Now, I know the gym can be scary, intimidating, and confusing, and that is the reason why I put this very simple but more importantly effective gym program together. Now, this program is designed to hit all major muscle groups. It's here to give you guidance, focus, and direction, as well as being a very well-rounded and complete program for someone that is new to the gym. Now, what I've found over the past 6 years being in the fitness industry is that without a plan to follow, clients and gym goers lose focus, they don't see any progress, and they just give up. Now, the key to success is pretty much just doing the same thing over and over again until you get more stronger and confident at those lifts. So this program is an 8-week cycle, and if you are in, say, the first 3 years of your gym experience, then pretty much you won't need to change a lot of these exercises. Your main focus should be on technique and slowly or incrementally getting stronger over time. So we're going to go through the program bit by bit, and we're going to show you what this can do for you. So on the left hand side is where all of the exercises are going to be. There are also videos to accompany each exercise. So if you are confused when you step into the gym and you don't know what an exercise is, this Google Sheets is going to tell you everything, okay? It's going to help you and hold your hand every step of the way. So on the left-hand side, you have the exercise, followed by the video, which will take you to YouTube. As long as you click on that, it will click, and it will be a video explaining every single detail about that exercise and how to perform it. You then have sets, so this is how many sets of those exercises, so this says 3, and that pretty much isn't going to change throughout the program. Because you are relatively new to the gym, we want to get the most bang for our buck, and there's no point in just adding tons and tons of sets when you could get the same amount out of 3. You then have reps. So a lot of these are going to be in ranges, and this is a very, very good starting point for someone that is completely new at the gym. So this one says between 6 and 10 reps. Now, at the start of your program, we want to make sure that we are staying within our limits and we're not going too hard too soon. So at the start of the program, if you want to stick to all of the lower numbers, that is completely fine. Once you are able to do 3 sets of 10 reps with relative ease, then you move up weight and you will go back down to the minimum amount of reps. And again, if that still feels too easy, you can slowly build yourself up over time. But what we don't want to do is just go into the gym, put loads of weight on the bar, try and lift the max amount of reps, injure ourselves and be out for longer with our training. So that is going to be paramount throughout this entire training cycle. So once you can complete the maximum amount of reps on that exercise with relative ease, you then move up weight, a small amount of weight, and then you would go down to the minimum amount of reps. You also have how much time you should be resting. Now, it obviously says 2 minutes, but if you need longer, please take longer. Anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes for any of these exercises. And the last column on the left-hand side, it says RIR. Now, this basically means reps in reserve. And this just means how many reps shy of failure you are. Now, because you're within your first 3 years of lifting, there is no point for us to be pushing to failure at any single lift. We always want to have something in the tank. We want to have 1 or 2 reps. And throughout this program, the reps in reserve will not change, because 3 reps, true 3 reps shy of failing, is going to be enough stress on your body, enough intensity on that exercise for your body to grow, change, burn fat, build muscle, whatever you want to call it. That is the minimum, okay? Now, on the right-hand side is where you will put your information in, and you can see that I put in a little bit of information here. So, as an example, if we used bench press, let's just say I've got 6 reps on 50. On the right-hand side, there are going to be some numbers popping up. They will self-populate. The sheet will work everything out. Now, total volume might not mean anything to you, but basically that just means how much we've lifted in that workout, and slowly over time, we want to see that number just getting a little bit higher each single time we're in the gym and we are lifting. Now, to counter that as well, there might be some days, there might be some weeks where nothing goes up, you don't put any more weight on the bar, you don't get any more reps, and that's completely fine. You've got to see this as a long game. This isn't just 8 weeks of training. This is going to be your cycle, your training program for the next year, possibly. So the days are split into 3 separate days. It's a push day, a pull day, and then a leg day. So the first day, day one, is your push day. So it's going to be mostly shoulders, chest, that is pushing. Your day two is going to be your leg day. So you've got back squats, lying hamstring curls, leg extension, leg press, all these different kinds of things. And your last day is the pull day. So this is going to be deadlifts, lat pull down, so mainly focusing on your back. Now, what I would suggest, obviously this is a 3-day-a-week program, so it's going to be easy enough for you to fit this within your schedule. I would suggest leaving a day or two in between training, so you could run this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Obviously, that means that you're going to have 4 days off. And realistically, when we are training, when we're actually growing is on our rest days. So we have to make sure that we are giving our body enough time to rest, we're getting good sleep, and also good nutrition. So that's pretty much everything. Like I say, this isn't going to be an easy enough program for you to run. And also, just at the end, so it's an 8-week cycle. So on the 8th week is what we called a deload week. Now, this just basically means that we're going to go into the gym, we're going to reduce the weight by about 20%, and we are only going to do 2 sets on everything. So this is basically like a holiday. You know, throughout the year, we're working. We need to make sure that we take time off. We let our body recover. We get maybe a little bit more food in, and then we can go back into our program and still push hard. So on each of the days, you will see on that 8th week is going to be a deload. Now, all you would do after you've done that deload week is you would go back to your training program, and I would suggest looking at the last week, because obviously this is probably the week where we've made the most changes and we've put the most weight on and we've done the most amount of reps, and you would restart your 8-week cycle from the highest that you lifted. And that's how we see change. We always start back off where we kind of like left off, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much everything. Make sure that obviously when you go into the program, you're going to click File and you're going to make a copy and you're going to save it to your Google Sheet rather than just editing this master copy. So if you obviously have any other questions, please feel free to give me an email, and stay tuned to your email because I will be sending some free nutritional advice to you over the next couple of days. Okay, I'll leave it there and I'll speak to you soon.